Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with MLB 14 the show, and here we go with some more of the Athletics franchise. Now, we have had a very successful road trip through Texas. We had our series against the Astros, which turned into a pretty big win for us, and now against the Rangers, that has been going pretty well too. But granted, we're at the very beginning of this series. Again, we're going to be facing Yu Darvish. So last time that we faced the Rangers, it was also Yu Darvish, and we got to a pretty good start in that game against him, and I think he got pulled third, fourth inning or something like that. So we're going to see if we can go ahead and we can repeat that. Coco Crisp watching that cutter for ball 4, and that's going to go ahead and put him on first. I am super excited about this. Like, I'm honestly like super giddy just because I will finally get a chance to be able to steal second with Coco Crisp. I think the only time I've done it was in the spring training game. So, yeah, this needs to happen. So here I go, breaking for second, and I'm out. Oh, I guess I have to keep waiting then. Not cool. Like, just give me a base. Most of the time I can't get like a stolen base with Coco Crisp because Eric Sogard's been hitting really well. Not that I'm complaining about that, but you know, as many singles as he's seeing, there's just nowhere for Coco to go. So one strikeout here in the first inning. Shin-Soo Choo, though, getting a base hit. Now, the way that my team is set up here for this game, too, is going to be very different than what you guys normally see because we are a ridiculously tired team. So I don't have Morales at first. I've got Brandon Moss at first. He usually hits DH. So I've got Alberto Callaspo at DH. Lowry is tired, so I have Nick Punto at short. And Josh Reddick, in case you guys didn't notice, 3 strikeouts that inning. But a pretty high pitch count. And so, yeah, Reddick is out. So, yeah, we've got like everybody right now who's usually on the bench in here. Now, seeing a double out of Cespedes. Scratch that, going 3, and I'm safe, going head first. So a triple for Cespedes here against Darvish. And I was surprised by this, his 3rd triple of the year. That's actually quite a bit here for this time of the season. All right, so, I mean, the reason why I wanted to tell you about all the roster changes, that very well could affect how this is going to go for me. So, dang it, that got caught. So, that's the end of the inning for the Athletics. Griffin, I didn't mention this, A.J. Griffin is the starting pitcher for today. That one on the ground, Donaldson charges it, but the throw won't be there at first in time. So, bunts have been a lot more successful this year than other previous years. So, kind of wonder how that's going to translate. High fly ball into center field. Coco will get underneath it to make the catch and end the inning there. So, all right, trying to keep the pitch low here at the bottom of the 3rd. 0-1 count. Now, if I would have dived earlier, I think with Sogard, I might have been able to get that one. But I was just hoping that somehow the animation would go my way. So Choo with another single. And here we go with Prince Fielder. So Sogard will pick that one up and throw it on over. So you can see both teams are getting hits. It's just nothing is happening from them. So, all right, here's Nick Punto, who hit this one through the middle. Pretty close to actually hitting Yu Darvish as well, but that's going to be the first single we've actually seen from him in the Oakland Athletics franchise. So he's actually been hitting pretty well, too. I mean, like, there's a lot of games that he's actually played, but they've been ones that I've had to simulate through. Just giving Jed Lowry a little bit of a break. But it's good to see him getting the hit. Now Brandon Moss comes up to the plate. So that's going to go into center field. Also, we're getting a few hits here. I mean, if we can continue to string them together, this could be a pretty awesome inning for the Athletics and could really work into lowering the confidence of Yu Darvish, whose slider has just been absolutely ridiculous. and it was that slider. I go ahead and I hit right there. So Andrus is not going to be able to go ahead and really field that one, so that's going to count as a single. And now the bases are loaded. So I get a pretty good chance right here to get something going. Now, Gentry, who's actually in for Reddick, gets that hit in the left field. So a single for him and an RBI. First run of the game now here as the Athletics lead 1-0. So we'll see if we can get things going now with the 2-out rally as Jaso now comes up to the plate. So lefty versus righty, I do have some power, so I'm mashing that power button right here. Deep fly ball in his center field, but it's going to be caught. Inning over. Or top of the inning, I should say, is over. Oh, man. Not cool, but at least I got a run out of it, so we've got the lead. 0-2 count now. That curveball, excuse me, hung a little higher than I would like. That one rolls over to the wall, so Cespedes will have to pick that one up. I'll admit I got a pretty bad angle on that one too, so part of that is on me, but I think Moreland would have still gotten a second anyway. But once again, we see great pitching by A.J. Griffin allows the Rangers not to be able to produce a run. And here we are in the 5th. Now, I think by now, yeah, I think the Rangers are out hitting me here by 6-4. So that's not something that I like to see. At the same time, though, the way that this has been happening, I mean, I've been okay with it because it's been basically a hit every inning. So haven't strung anything together, nothing like that. So we're all right. And Andrus at the plate. So the only strikeouts that I've had so far were those 3 that you saw in the first inning. So A.J. Griffin's been throwing a lot of pitches that force the ball on the ground for the infield to, get an easy out at first. And even the ones that have been pop flies really haven't had anything too crazy that I've had to try and field. I mean, really don't have to move that much. So pretty efficient pitching. I mean, sure, I like having a lot of strikeouts, but I think that's because I'm heavily influenced by the My Player. You get like so many training points for it. But I mean, in reality, I would be just as happy with an extreme ground ball pitcher. So that's a liner out to center that Coco Crisp was able to get to without any problem. Oh, actually it's 5. 5 apiece for both teams. Here in the 6th inning. Full count now. Man. The thing with A.J. Griffin today, too, that has been kind of alarming is the amount of pitches that he has thrown today. So, the Rangers have been doing something different than all the other teams. I mean, they've been taking a lot of pitches as well. So, 3-0. Make that ball 4. So, Gentry will be on first. Now, he has some speed, too, so I may be able to get a stolen base here that I didn't get with Coco Crisp. So, I'm not going to hesitate at all. I figured I should try for a hit and run there, but Jaso really far away from that one. But I get the stolen base, and that hasn't happened too much in this series, and I was hoping to be able to get some more stolen bases. I think that the stolen base leader, like when I'm playing, is actually Yoenis Cespedes. So Gentry will hit this over to Prince Fielder at first. Jaso, excuse me, will hit it on over to first. Gentry will move on over to third. So as Eric Sogard comes up next, we have a chance to be able to bring him home. Like I mentioned, Sogard's been hitting pretty well this season. He's got 5 home runs now. And that slider hit well into right field, but that will not be deep enough. And that's going to be it here for the Athletics in the top of the 7th. So I can't tell you how many hits we've had like that into the outfield that are hit well. Oh, man. So a runner on first, but Griffin's throw goes into the stands. So now that puts a runner in scoring position here for the Rangers. Andrus is in, but he'll swing and miss that one for strike 3. So that one kind of worried me. Soria is now coming in for the Rangers, who in the last game that we had against the Rangers pitched actually pretty well. But I'm going to bring in Eric O'Flaherty myself. So I brought him over unintentionally. Like, I mean, I wasn't the one who signed him, but it feels like that every single time that I have a franchise, I always bring one person over from the previous franchise. Like Roy Oswalt. Had him, actually, besides, well, did I have something with the Cubs? I can't remember. But I had Roy Oswalt in MLB 2K12 when I had the Tigers. I signed him. And then last year with the Braves. Now, granted, I really didn't pitch that much with him because he caused some problems. Now, I didn't pick him up this year. But we do have Eric O'Flaherty. So, former Atlanta Brave Eric O'Flaherty in here. 1-2 count here in the 8th. This is the first time I've pitched as him, too, now that I think about it. Unless, maybe that was the spring training game, too. Anyway, swing and a miss. Beltre really loses his balance right there and is not happy about it. So, top of the 9th. Still 1 run. And Brandon Moss will get this one into center field. Now, most of the time, I've done really well at the beginning of the game, and then towards the second half is where I really, really struggle. So, I just hope Yoenis Cespedes doesn't hit a ground ball right here. Nope. That one falls short in center. And I'm trying to get like a home run or something. So, I am trying to go with the power swing, as you saw right there, but just not working at all. Now, Gentry laying down the bunt well down the third base line, and I'm safe. Bases again are loaded for the Oakland Athletics. 2 outs now, too. Man, I think I'm 100% for bunting and getting on base with it, too. So here's Eric Sogard. Remember, he had that fly ball in the right last time. This one going into center field. I could tell right when it came off the bat that it was not going to be a home run. But, oh well, I gave it a shot. I still have the lead. And here in the 9th inning, I still have O'Flaherty in. Since I am going to be facing a couple lefties to start things off. So, I mean, he's got the stamina to be able to last this inning too, as long as we don't throw a lot of bad pitches at the Rangers. So there's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 9th. Rios with a full count. Walk him. So the tying run is on first. So a home run could be a walk-off. Now with O'Flaherty, still want to keep him in here, despite what we've been seeing lately from him. This one will go to Donaldson. Make the catch there. 2 outs now. And so what we see, Giovanni Soto coming in. All right. I see what you're doing. Now, this is why I have everybody warmed up. So I will call your Soto and raise you a Ryan Cook. So you guys know that I've been going with closer by committee. Johnson, who actually should be pitching right now, is a little tired, but Cook has some more stamina, so I figure we'll go ahead and we'll bring him in to face Giovanni Soto. So it looks like with his 143 batting average, really the only thing that he's been doing is hitting for power, as he's got those 2 home runs. Let's hope he doesn't hit one right here. I'm going to try and make sure I force some pitches inside, maybe down low, see if we can get, you know, like a ground ball or, you know, jam a pitch there inside. So, ooh, swing and a miss on that one. And that was that power swing, too, that I've been worrying about. So, he was just off target with it. We'll go with the changeup right here, which I'm surprised he watched, given its location. I mean, it started off basically right over the heart of the plate, and I don't think he would have expected the changeup to drop that much. And here we go with the slider. Oh, man, swing and a miss. Cook gets the job done. as Soto strikes out. It's only 1 run this game, just 1. So as far as like what we've been doing so far by getting a lot of offense, that's non-existent here today. So I will take the win though nonetheless, and just hope that this is not a sign of things to come. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I sure do appreciate it. More of the Athletics franchise to come later on, so make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great jazz, but you guys are phenomenal people. You really are. Seriously, thank you again for watching, and as always, you guys, I hope you have a good one.